Okay, guys, this is like the 12th time I have tried to do this video. I can't get through it without laughing, without just absolutely losing it. So bear with me. I'm not making any promises here, but I know the situation in Venezuela is not really a laughing matter. But this guy on the right, this random guy named Juan, when he's done with this game with DC, he should really go into stand-up or slapstick. They put out an article today on Reuters talking about him pushing his way through the throngs of military soldiers just to make his way into Congress for them to shut the lights out. Guys, there is a picture they took, and I guarantee once they realize what they've done, they are going to take it down. So I quickly screenshotted it, grabbed it, and I want to share this with you guys. I'm going to try to do this without laughing. It is the funniest thing that you have ever seen in your life. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. In this case, it's worth like 1,000,000. Now, here's the article, 7 January 2020. Apparently, I guess this is from yesterday. I must have missed this. Venezuelan security forces let U.S.-backed opposition leader Juan Guaido enter the legislative palace on Tuesday amid a showdown for control of parliament, blah, 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 blah. He got in there just as they were turning out the lights because they were done. That's why they let him in. Now, down here, there is this picture where they're trying to show the guy, in the center of all of these people with all of this support. Guys, let me show you a close-up of this picture. I want you to look closely at the looks on the faces of the people around him. There's not one person here who looks like they want to be here. I kid you not. There's not one. I mean, look at the guy behind him and to his right. Right here. I mean, he's just like, fuck my life. I mean, he's like, what did I get into? And then we've got this guy here. He's like, how long do we have to pretend to clap? And then you've got, I don't know if I can see if I can angle it, some guy in the back saying, did anybody order an Uber? I mean, it is just terrible. I'm going to go ahead and throw this up on Google Drive and link it for you guys. And you can look at all this guy here. He's like, okay, I showed up. I'm leaving. I can say I was a part of the solution. That's it. I mean, it doesn't matter where you look in this crowd. These people just look like they are, I mean, not even good actors. They're like, oh, this is just terrible. And he is totally oblivious. He's sitting there with his, with his little prayer hands like he does. And everybody around him, I mean, even the guy directly over his I guess it'd be his left shoulder here, right here is just like, no way. There's a dude over here. Yeah, look at the bald guy, right here. He's checking his Facebook. I mean, seriously, this girl's trying to get everybody to try to, like, clap in unison, and she's just like, no. This guy's just staring off into oblivion like, I thought they said there was going to be free donuts. I mean, it's just terrible. I mean, absolutely the worst picture ever if you were trying to take this guy seriously. There's not a single person there that looks like they have a remotely genuine look on their face. Every single one. And like I said, I won't sit and zoom over. Well, I'll zoom a couple more because it's just fun. I mean, this guy right here is just like, yeah, okay, whatever, I'll clap a few more times. This guy is just like, what the hell is happening here? This woman is like, I could be home right now, I could be doing something else, I could be, anything else, anybody, every single person here. This guy's got his hand on his head up here. He's like, oh my God, this just sucks so bad. I mean, I tell you what, somebody gets a hold of this and knows what to do with it, with like thought bubbles and captions. I mean, there's like a dozen in here, easy. I mean, easy setups. And There's another one. Let me click on this real quick and show you the images from the day. You ready for this? Okay. Does this guy not look like the absolute worst vacuum cleaner salesman you have ever seen in your life? And this girl is trying to hold it in. I mean, the total douchebag look. I mean, she's just like, man, this guy is just... Does he realize how terrible he is? I don't think he does. Okay, and look at these guys. Seriously, look at these guys surrounding him. There's a look of confidence right there. I'm sorry. These are supposed to be the guys that are supporting him. And look at this guy on the right. Look at that look on his face. He's like, oh my God, what have I gotten myself into? Thank God the news cycle cycles every 24 to 48 hours. This guy is still not having it. He was in the other picture. He's just like, no, this sucks. I mean, you got one guy with his fist up here, I guess, but here he is doing the giant open finger palm. Oh my God, this guy is just terrible. I mean, he's just like a living train wreck in slow motion. You know, I'm sure all of you have had that experience where you get home from work and, you know, maybe you leave some boots or something you had from work around, maybe your kids grab it, and then they run around, you know, wearing it, pretending they're you, you know, and that's kind of like what this guy's doing. He's like, as soon as they shut the lights out on the government, he goes in after everybody, after the adults are done, and pretends, you know, that he's a government official, like some little kid, just without the innocence. I guess after 12 tries, I made it through. This is as far as I've made it through without totally collapsing in laughter. I mean, seriously, it's just that bad. I've never seen one. It's like, this is like a comedy sketch. Seriously. I've never seen so many different people give away the game at once. Just absolutely beyond anything that... You can't make this up. I mean, this is like the biggest gift. The truth. When you take a picture of people in a real moment like this, and you see what's going on, and you can tell that this is a giant, fake, constructed, make-believe event. And these people just aren't even good at it. And they're not even trying to be good at it. You've got, let's see, this guy with his head down, this guy looking to the left, this guy with his head down, a guy back here who doesn't even know what's going on. He's just trying to get an Uber. And you got another guy looking to the left over here. She's looking off to the right. This guy's trying. This guy looks like he's on some kind of antidepressant. I mean, this guy here's got his hand out. He's like, how long do we have to put up with this? This girl here's got her eyes closed and she's getting ready to pull out her iPad to check her email. I mean, not one genuine look. Not one genuine expression of support or belief in this guy. I mean, there's got to be people in DC when they see this that are just going to be in I give up mode. They're just going to throw up the papers and say, forget it. This one picture, we can't compete with this. So, anyway, please, if you're going to share something, you know, that'll bring someone a lot of joy, this is it. This is the thing to share. If there's any joy that can be gotten out of the situation in Venezuela, this picture is it. Because when you start looking through, and you go to I'll link the article at Reuters, so you can go through the entire series of pictures. Guys, it's a riot. It's an absolute riot. I couldn't stop. My eyes were watering, and I would just start laughing so hard that you get in that mode where it kind of feeds on itself. And anyway, but we will keep an eye on everything else, of course, for you. But you just can't make this kind of stuff up. Seriously, he has a future in comedy. Like, share, subscribe.